What's up, dudes? This is TheeRealDuke coming from 3 Block Challenge World on the InfiniteHeights Minecraft Server. We're at 3BC5 doing some judging. I have some special guest judges with me this time. As always, number 1 slug, drunkslug. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
I got along with us for the ride this time also Slack77. What's up, JJ?
What's up?
And I have first time special guest judge, the tiny flute-like voiced Epic 101. What's up, girl?
Hello.
Awesome. How you guys doing?
My wine
Great.
smells like pickled eggs.
Quality.
Is a weirdo.
So here at the first build, AyDrin is being annoying, so we're just gonna
Slash
him
kill.
into some fire. So we got drunkslug's build. Drunk. We have a rare opportunity to peer in the mind of the genius. What can you tell us about this build, Drunk?
Well, I started making the flowers, then I needed something to stand out a bit. Went with that big coal flower.
Mhm.
Took me away to a better place, you know.
The title of this piece is "Slicks in the Wind," which I find to be just lovely. Just lovely. Slicks,
So
what do you
I'm the big
think?
Burnt stick.
Huh?
I'm the big
Dude, you're the
burnt
beautiful flower that stands out amongst the rest of the flowers.
Yeah, you're
It's a
a
compliment.
rose in a field
Oh.
of tulips, buddy.
stick. I always
In
wondered
a
what
world
that
full
was.
of weeds.
So if I'm-
Original.
what's that?
Original.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Thank you.
I mean, cool. No, I think if I consider this with what he built last time, the flying bird in the cobblestone challenge, I think drunkslug's is featuring a good use of the entire space, all the 10 by 10 by 10 blocks, you know.
Yeah, I didn't want to clutter it too much, but I still wanted to fill it up.
I like the fact that there's no lines of motion, but you can still tell that the petals are falling.
Yes. So he's created, he's using static blocks to create a sense of motion, which is really cool. Awesome.
And it's so hard to use these coal blocks.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to move on to number 2. Thanks, Drunk. Well done, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you.
And what do we have here? Epic 101. Forrest Gump by Epic 101. Epic,
was
I love that
Okay.
movie.
do you need us
I believe
to...
this was where she met AyDrin.
Is this where he proposed? Is that... In shame in the corner is where she is
And
now.
silence means yes.
No, I'm not hearing a no. So there's AyDrin. He seems to be motioning for her to come sit next to him. I have his sound
Offer
muted
a
in
box of
TeamSpeak
chocolates.
because I'm sure it's just riddled with swearing and angry.
Overwhelmed
Hateful
by emotion.
speech.
Both of them.
No, but
So-
the truth to this build was I got really I thought this ended tomorrow, so I was sort of still thinking that it's like 30 minutes till
Ouch.
3BC ends, and I'm like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Well, what did you have a plan in mind, or were you going to come on tonight and wing it and see what happened, or?
Yeah, I was gonna wing it tonight.
Okay, so what we see
That's a
here
bad move.
is what happens when you win a couple
my last two builds,
contests.
they've been winged. I've never the last two 3BCs I've won, they were just winging it.
Yeah, so she won a couple contests, and then she got cocky and was like, "Oh, I could just show up whenever."
No, I didn't know it ended today. I thought it ended tomorrow.
Well,
No. It happens. It's happened to a couple people. It's tough, kind of coordinating deadlines and stuff on server where people live around the country and around the world. So next time, I gotta tell you, Epic, this ain't gonna cut it, girl. Ain't gonna cut it.
I just did what I could in 2 minutes, okay?
She had literally
You should
2
feel
minutes.
embarrassed. Slick's build is nicer than this.
Yeah,
And I
that's
barely made the
which
deadline
is
too.
yeah, that means something. All right, moving on to 49ers build. His build is called Temple, 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 Temple.
Oh, he improved on it from last I saw. I like the cobblestone
I like the
fences
color
on the
scheme.
sides. I like the color scheme.
you like his block choice? Excellent. Very cool. He nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah, you guys know how I feel about buildings.
With all these stairs, I feel like it's an interlocking puzzle.
I agree. I feel like it might be. It's like it's almost some kind of like transforming thing where like all these like I see rings kind of forming in the inside, and it feels kind of like they all like slide into place inside each other, like a crown.
That would be kind of cool.
Which I think is cool. I understand like from what Drunk said about the piece that he entered for this competition, why he's kind of anti-square building builds. It's just, you know, his Drunk's personal aesthetic seems to be that, you know, he likes airy spacing out things, and this is not necessarily that, but
yeah, it's only my opinion. People don't take what I say.
You know, different strokes for different folks. So
that's why there's multiple judges doing this.
I'm like the same as Drunk. In my
How
opinion.
dare you? I thought I was unique.
Seriously.
This is pretty nice, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to be able to. What we're doing is putting what our personal preferences are aside, and we're kind of trying to figure out what people actually did with the tools that they had at their disposal. And you know, I kind of like how this one's opening up a little bit.
Could be worse. Could have built an egg.
Could have been a giant black egg, which would have been a nightmare, but that'll make sense in a minute, I suppose. I mean, I'm seeing like a castle kind of thing.
You,
What's that?
Right behind you, Duke.
Put that carrot away, son.
Yeah, seriously, put the carrot down first, then come at me, bro. Fight me. Alright. You got a cool castle-like build. Looks like a floating temple park kind of thing at the top. Very cool. Thanks, 49er. Appreciate it, dude. Sliding on to the next one. SirDJourney with... Anybody see a title anywhere?
I don't think so.
The
best tent ever.
I do really like this tent.
Very tent-like.
It looks
He's
tent-like.
got the style with the steps I have going on in my new house.
I like SirDJourney because I notice every build he tries something new. He's experimenting.
Agreed.
Stepping out of that comfort zone. It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Regardless of outcome.
Totally agree.
Look like on the inside.
So when we're on the inside here, it looks, you know, it reminds me kind of like a sauna, like a sweat box kind of a thing.
Oh, you and Slicks are in there.
Yeah.
Get to sweating.
Getting a little sweaty in here,
Oh,
buddy?
I'm already sweaty.
From trying to open your
Give me a hug,
franzia.
Duke. Rub your beard all over my chest.
You wish, buddy. Anyway, my only comments about this are, I mean, I think it's definitely a cool build. Drunks, I agree with what he was saying, that he tries, that SirD tries cool stuff and tries different stuff every time, which is cool. I know SirD also, you know, when we're looking at things and giving criticisms of his work and stuff, takes it to heart and you know, he
doesn't
improves.
take it negatively.
Yeah, he doesn't take it negatively. He improves upon our comments in his next build. And I just for this build, SirD, you know, you built about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You just barely built about half of your entire build area high. So the only thing is that, you know, there's a lot of empty space in here.
Makes me think of my first build for the contest, except this looks better in my first build.
This looks better than any of your builds on the entire server.
My dogs make things that look better than your builds. They're very advanced with Minecraft. So anyway, you know, maybe think bigger. Maybe think a little bigger next time, SirD. I don't know. Thanks, bud.
You stepped in the right direction, though, buddy. Keep
cool
it
build,
up.
bro. Moving on to spot number 5, Killer, Aqua, Maimer, Oceans. What's this?
I see a sign in there.
What did he title
Can't
it?
read
Oh,
it.
what's the sign?
Let's see. Oh, it's not sneaky. It's hidden in here.
Couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just like me now.
Couldn't
Oh,
think of
don't
anything.
insult the man.
Clearly copying off of
Hey,
Slicks.
Hey, don't you throw away good pork? Give me that.
I think Slicks is copying him.
I'm not sure. Epic, what does it mean when you throw pork at builds? Is that
I didn't mean to. That was an accident.
you
Is how Canadians insult people.
Is that what it is?
I didn't mean
Pork
to.
slaps.
I affected by accident.
Pork slaps is how you guys show disapproval in Canada? In Canada?
Canada.
You can throw in a chain of book now. Anyway.
Canada.
Couldn't think of anything. Looks to me like...
What's it called?
Like a cyclone or a tornado.
I'm thinking a lightning bolt.
Yeah, I get more of a lightning bolt. I would imagine that if it were a tornado, that it would have more of a funnel shape.
There'd be
Black
debris
lightning.
in the air.
That should be a comic.
Black Lightning is in fact a comic book.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Marvel, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, yeah, lightning looks, yeah.
Look that
That's
up
good.
now.
See some damage when it hits the ground.
Slex, if you could confirm or deny the existence of that comic book, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I thought he said he was looking it up. I hear typing.
Who knows what comes up when you
Oh,
when you
yeah,
search
Black Lightning.
Right? So, maybe this is a comic book reference? I mean, I could see telephone poles here, kind of crack a boom into the ground.
The guy in the comic book does look threatening.
Yeah,
Oh man, he's got Superman captured. Look at this. That sucks.
If there was a way to make the destructive force a little more crazier looking as it hit the ground.
like
That'd
maybe
be
just
awesome.
have some floating blocks around it, like they were knocked out of the explosion.
Yeah.
Agreed. So even if it's a tornado, if it's a tornado or it's a lightning bolt, we're looking at something that's lightly colored, and he's using the darkest block we have, basically, to kind of make that same kind of thing. So I think that's
A
pretty
nice
cool.
contrast.
Yeah, I think that's a really good contrast. Epic. Other than pork slaps, what do you think?
I think. My own
Or
opinion.
else you're gonna be
couldn't-
biased because Killer was her ex-boyfriend, I believe.
Is that
No, it's just I couldn't tell what it was until you guys brought that up, and now it is sort of clear to me, and I think it's sort of a change in idea from other builds that we've seen from him, and that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
That's really good feedback. It is a pretty strong change in direction for him, which we respect the risk takers in this challenge scenario, so that's pretty cool. Awesome. Alright, thanks Killer. Good build, bro. Appreciate it. Now
Well
on to
done.
Rev General. The highly anticipated, much acclaimed Reverend General. Looks like Epic's preparing more pork slaps. Let's see. House for Ants by Reverend General.
It said there's a sign in here. It says puss, go ahead, check. They're all stairs. Oh, puss. I can't. I don't know. Don't get me to pronunciate stuff.
I can't see
I'll
it.
try and pronunciate it.
Psst.
Do slash
Go
J
ahead,
twice.
check. They're all stairs. Nobody, Rev, nobody thinks you're lying, though this sounds pretty guilty for you to be writing signs like that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and check. Start punching holes now. So, House for Ants. And we're talking about the tiny insect related
What
to
is
the
this?
wasp,
House
right?
for
Is that
Ants?
what you're saying? Well, it is a
I
very
like it.
small house.
Oh, what are you doing, girl? Give me that pork.
She has made her notice official with a direct pork
I
slap.
don't have it.
Pork of approval.
Oh, reminds me of a beef storm. So, what do we think about this,
He's got
guys? Come on,
destroyed the pork of approval.
seriously.
I'm really liking this. What he did with the stairs on the corners and on
Yeah.
the very top of the roof.
Oh yeah, he's got that little it's almost like a zipper effect happening on top of the roof. And he's rotating the angle or placement of these stairs, so it's making kind of like a spiral shape. That's cool.
I would never have thought of that.
I think that's obvious. And then it's got. I'm trying to figure out. It looks like something. I think there's something about the proportion and angle of the roof with relation to the body of the structure, where it's got an Asian vibe for me for some reason.
Yeah, I was getting that feeling too.
Anybody else get that?
Not really.
No?
Not in specific. No.
Well, it's 2-2, so in case of a tie, I'm right and I win.
Oh, the beard counts as a vote too, I believe.
Oh, that's true. Fair point.
Look, I don't make the rules up,
The
guys.
beer actually, in a twist vote, votes bourbon, which automatically wins. No, I like this Rev General. I gotta say, that castle that you threw together in like 30 seconds on the all cobble build was, I think, somewhat more epic than this.
I think the house is pretty cool, but then I do think he could have been more creative in his choice of build.
Exactly.
But then the house itself looks really cool.
We know you can do better. That's the problem.
Yeah, we know too much is maybe the problem.
I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of these small houses.
And that's the thing. Like, technically, this is a really good little house, little build. It is a technically really good little build, but separating that from what we know Rev General's capable of is difficult. Alright, we have much to think about, Rev General. Thanks for the build, bro. Appreciate it. Sliding on to Dark Ace 99. Racy signs in here. We have a fork slap.
What the? No.
Fork is now mine.
Oh, he took it.
It's me and Slicks in the top part again. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what was that?
Oh god, sweating to the oldies.
I just flew right through him, too.
Sure did. Sweating to the oldies, girls.
Honestly, I am not liking this just because it looks like a house on stilts. Now, if the very center
It's
of the
flood
top
protected, my
house
friend.
was hollow so you could drop straight down, I would have thought that was really cool. But it's just not appealing to me at all.
I like the ceiling on the ground floor.
Just took all of AyDrin's potatoes so he would stop throwing them on our builds.
Control your man, Epic, please.
Seriously, talk to your boy.
I would have liked to see more shape, like instead of just a sort of a square shape. But
What do you want, circles in Minecraft?
no, but I mean, like, you know, with
Circles in
building,
Minecraft.
Shape is sort of important. Like, you see a square and you're like, oh, that's sort of, you know, normal. But then you
A little
see,
bit
say,
plain Jane, yeah.
like a hexagon, it's like, whoa.
Agreed. I think
I
what's
think it's
what's happening
cool,
here
man.
is like there's this really thin base, and then there's this hard line, this hard horizontal line at the base for the top makes, and it's
Too
hard.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it's hard to reconcile that for me a little bit.
Oh my god, my mom is calling me and she's gonna walk in here.
That's gonna
Hold
be
on,
awesome.
guys.
I'm gonna leave it up to you to mute your mic or not when that happens.
Because either way, it's going to be recorded.
Either way. But no, I mean, I do think it's a good build. We're using the materials in varieties of ways. You know, we're using the stairs for a platform as a foundation and as a roof, which is cool. We're also using stairs as a decorative element on the inside. We're using the coal as a decorative element in the floor and also as structuring the walls, and we're using the cobblestone walls in a bunch of different ways too, as decoration, as support, you know, as structure too. So I think that's cool. Maybe
I like
there.
this.
Go ahead, Sid.
I like the fence out in the corner here. So if you were to build this just out anywhere else, you could put some vines on this fencing maybe and
Oh
do it
yeah.
like a cool garden design.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Next time, Dark Ace, break the rules and throw vines in here, and then we'll disqualify you, but we'll like them. So, just kidding, bro. Thanks for the build. Appreciate it. Good job.
Well done.
This next one looks like a duck if you look from this point of view.
HawkeyeGuardian armor battle squid. The Kraken just got tougher.
But fly up and look at it.
Oh
Looks like a
yeah.
duck.
No, I've been looking at this. He built this in like the first 5 minutes that he got the plot earlier in the week, and this has been a favorite of mine since the beginning.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Hawkeye entering these contests now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He builds on a grand scheme, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Hawkeye does some pretty large scale builds, and then to see him do a tinier, this is an extremely tiny build relative to what he usually works on. It's kind of cool to see. So we have.
I'm liking it.
Yeah, we have what appears to be a brutal battle squid with armor. We have tentacles holding 4 maces and 4 shanks. I don't know what to call these. Chopsticks.
Knife sharpeners.
He's got mace sharpeners and maces. He's ready.
Oh, nice
He
shot.
has officially slapped it with fork.
Fork of approval. Don't take the fork of approval. That's a great shame.
Are you sacrificing to the
It
gods?
is a great shame. For that.
Oh.
It's just not the same.
It's not the same. It's you have a better shot.
Whoa.
You're a better shot.
Press the wrong button.
But that's where it's gonna have to say.
I like the cool little hat on the squid.
Yeah, I believe that's a squid helm, squid battle helm.
Fully armored squid.
Fully armored battle squid. I think it's funny to think of a squishy squid inside a suit of armor. The only thing I might have done, let me know what you guys think about this. The only tiny thing I would have changed would have been to have tried maybe in here.
Ooh.
Oh.
Beefing it up.
Yeah, just beef it up a little bit. I think they look more like maces. Also, maybe these weren't intended to be maces, and I got that totally wrong, which is possible. That's just
I'm seeing
something
a turbine though.
I would probably try. Looks a little turbine-ish, which is cool.
Thinking claw, but then he's got the middle fence.
This could maybe be
Maybe they're torches.
some type of
Can't see underwater.
potentially Arabian battle squid. Awesome.
Again,
Pretty cool.
I couldn't tell what it was till I read the sign, but maybe my mind just isn't as open as others. But then the idea itself is very creative and original.
What did you think of it before, other than duck face? Before you read the sign, what did you imagine it to be?
I thought it was a duck with a hat.
Duck.
Please don't judge me.
Duck with a hat.
Don't worry, epic.
Yes, we've already judged you some time ago. Thanks for the entry, HawkeyeGuardian. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
Very cool build.
hope to see you again
Yeah,
in the next
definitely.
one.
Here we have CiWify.
Whip.
CiWify.
Oh man, your face just flew right in the sign.
Too close.
Feed Robotron today with
Feed
your
Robotron
annoying neighbor.
1 today with your annoying neighbor. Amanda Day keeps the duder away. Doctor.
Tutor.
What was
Sorry, doctor. Duder may be
Tutor on Urban
funnier.
Dictionary.
I'm always
Okay.
gonna upvote a build that incites violence, honestly.
I wish Slicks was my neighbor.
Do you... I do too. Do you have an annoying neighbor? You should use this machine to murder them.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, 2 please.
Duder. Form of dude speak, alternative for dude, but useful for a chick or a homie. What's up, duder?
I gotta say, hearing Slicks say the word homie just warms my heart. Warms
Fills me
my
with rage.
heart.
I want to kick my dog in the face.
Now, as I'm looking at this, what I think I'm
Where do you
seeing...
put the human in?
Okay, yeah, that was what I was thinking. Like, where do you put the human? See this black shaft in the middle here?
Settle down, dude.
But see that? But and then
Where's
like,
the pork?
we'll stop.
Sorry.
Wait for the pork of approval until maybe we're done and people don't run in here. But listen, so the wooden planks at the bottom. Picture the wooden planks as the cup of a plunger. And the black shaft in the middle is the handle of the plunger, and you put the person under, and then it goes boom, and it smashes down on it.
Glad.
Bam.
That's a beautiful
Okay.
image.
Right? Yeah.
I was having such a hard time seeing the robot.
That would be an awesome redstone project
I
right
was
there.
thinking like you feed it into the top part and then it sort of goes down and stuff happens.
I also don't. Yeah, I just don't see. Maybe a face for the robot would have been cool. Kind of robot head. Make it look nice and
Cool
evil.
concept, though.
Although if I get the right angle, I can kind of see a robot. Cool murderous idea. CiWify. Definitely like it. Awesome entry, man. Thank you. I will now throw a fork of approval. Awesome. So here we have ExemptGamer, and not sure exactly what's going on here.
Oh.
He's clearly
he got
cheating.
too excited.
Placing 4 blocks.
He got too excited.
Apparently, I don't even know how to explain this. What's
It's
that?
called fight or flight, I believe.
He couldn't make it.
This looks like a flight to me if I've ever seen one. We have what appears to be some type of soldier and a big deuce trail.
I mean, the pressure was pretty intense. It went outside the 10 by 10 by 10.
Agree. Maybe
That
we
would be
need
a
a plumber's
disqualification.
insight on what this might be. Slicks, weigh in on this one for us, please.
He tried to go to his neighbor's house because his toilet was clogged,
Uh-huh.
and
Couldn't
he
make
didn't
the
call his
run.
plumber.
Should have called the
I
plumber.
I guess it must have been very dangerous outside since he took a sword and shield.
Well, we just
I
have
better-
think
you better
this
give
is
him
a
the 5-foot
plunger
snake.
in his hand. That's a roll of toilet paper.
Maybe some Metamucil.
Oh, so we have a plunger over here on this side, and then over on this side is the TP roll, none of which being put to any use whatsoever. Violation number 1, we have blocks outside of the build area. Sorry, that's definitely a no-no. I was just jumping on a turd there, for the record.
Gross.
then-
Is that why your feet are brown?
That is, it's actually my skin color, and I'm offended. And then this one, I don't know. I mean, this is like poop humor, which maybe I don't get, and that's okay.
Yeah, what are you... 12-year-olds, man.
Seriously. Dude, I gotta say, 12-year-olds, easily your best line to date.
I appreciate that.
No question. So, Exempt, next time, maybe some more fiber in the build? I don't know. Moving on to AyDrin, the Griefer's Punishment.
Why is
Why
he
is
no
he-
grass?
Yeah.
To my love.
To my love.
Oh, epic.
Yeah, it must be epic. Why
At
is all
least
the
you can
grass
say they
dead
love
around
you.
here?
Oh, toxic environment.
Yeah, AyDrin is a toxic player, though.
Obviously.
His attitude is just really bad. He ruins my Minecraft experience. I don't know how he's mod.
Well, I mean, he's,
But he is Epic's husband, so I gotta deal with it, you know?
you do have to deal with it. He's created a torture dungeon here, which doesn't really convey anything good about his psyche to the world at large, but,
His build screams serial killer.
I'm not sure what this device is meant to do.
I'm not even sure one description of that one.
Yeah,
Crushes them, maybe.
yeah. I'm just pretty much disturbed by this, and I think we should move on.
I don't know, we should probably check his mental stability.
Yeah, as his
Married,
wife,
What does that say about you?
yeah, as his wife, can you lend us any insight into this build at all whatsoever?
He's
How many cats
always
has he
been
killed
off
as a
his
child?
rocker.
He's always been off his rocker. I think that's clear.
But he's so cute, though.
He is, he does have those little dimps.
Those are sack impressions, by the way, not dimples.
Beanbag sacks, right? Cool.
Yeah,
So
he plays hacky sack.
he plays a
Pretty good
lot
hacky
of hacky sack, and so basically we have another instance where AyDrin
Hippie.
decided to start working on the build 10 minutes before we started judging. Like husband, like wife, right? Last minute,
Oh,
Nonetheless,
he still
Wife
approves,
approves.
fork of approval.
Wife approves.
Thanks, AyDrin. Next time, come on, man. You got that second spot to win. Moving on to NinjaNachos, the sword in the stone, or Excalibur.
I remember watching this movie as a child.
So
I
like
really like
yesterday.
this one.
I like the rock he made.
I like the old school Disney reference.
I do like the rock. Hello.
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 I like the floating candles, maybe suggesting some type of power in the sword.
Yeah.
Some mystic powers.
Powerful sword. Okay. I think it might have been cool if. I think he could have maybe made a shorter sword and a longer handle.
Oh, yep. A fancier handle.
Yeah, maybe a fancier grip. Maybe something here. I think this is a little abrupt of an angle, but you know.
I think he did well with the materials he had.
Where do you get all this pork from? That seems to be a lot of pork. Also, it
I
looks
only
like
have like half a stack,
Team
and I
Rocket.
used all the
Navy.
pork I had.
Being a big fan of the Dungeons and Dragons books, this really appeals to me. If we could vote, I'd easily vote for this one.
Nerd alert.
Oh, gee whiz, guys! Gygax is my hero.
Dragon friend. I'm joking. I T-Slicks.
T-Slicks. I like this one. I like this one, Ninja. This one evokes a lot more imagination, I think, than some of the other
I like
entries that Ninja has made recently.
Usually he copies other people's builds,
Usually he
this one is
blatantly steals other people's builds and kind of photocopies them into his.
Take
But
the
this is,
pork, I don't want it.
yeah, this is good. Appreciate it, Ninja. Thanks, bro.
good job, man.
We have CiWify, who has proposed marriage to me on multiple occasions.
It happens.
again.
Chicks dig the beard, man.
Yeah, they just, you know.
It's not your fault.
I somewhat regret it, but Aether
Our
Temple,
creation is bigger.
what connects the universe?
Ooh.
What?
That's what the sign says. See this?
I can't see that. 1 second. Ah, okay.
I like the entryway of this place.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I like it.
Yeah, so we usually see very highly detailed, complex builds from CiWify. What is Mickey's dropping around also, which is yeah, he's probably trying to buy us with meat prices. Anyway, we usually see very highly detailed, kind of more complex and ornate builds from CiWify. She is a Viking. I don't know if that plays any role in it, but let's look in. Epic, what do you think?
Even though like it's sort of like the shape's based off a square, like all the detail put into that, you can look over that. I mean, like just sort of ignore the fact that it's a square build.
Great. So, do you have anything to say about this that I didn't just type to you in TeamSpeak?
What?
No. Okay.
What?
I'm joking. The only thing I
Well
agree.
said, bro.
I agree completely. I was thinking something very similar, and I was making a joke about that. I would maybe have just liked to see something up here in the top part, maybe. Because there's, like, I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I think the roof's fine the way it is. I'm not really sure if I like this part that's just hanging around, but I definitely like the roof.
I think that fine the way it is, but if maybe just depends what were to be on the roof, like.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe I don't feel like it needs something on the roof, but I kind of like what's going on in the bottom half, and I just want to see more of it. Like, I just wish there was more. I really like it. It's another solid entry by CiWify. What do you think, Drunk?
Yeah, she never disappoints.
Agreed. Thanks, CiWify. Good entry, girl. Appreciate it. Now we move on to...
Let's just skip this
Well,
one.
this is just offensive.
What is it?
I think this is
Please add the syringe.
and incompetence.
Sorry, Epic, could you say that one more time? AyDrin plugs it with the carrot plug of grossness.
Of disapproval.
Oh man, look, Epic just threw 3 pork at my bill.
3 pork is a very vulgar and offensive gesture in many countries. And then AyDrin, in the ultimate mark of disgrace, removed the carrot plug of disgrace. Jesus.
Oh, give me that steak. Yeah, pork back.
Well, whoever built this, you tried.
You sure?
I was so irritated myself. I had no idea what to do, so this is literally last minute.
Oh, the bones of pain being launched at it, which clearly is a symbol of wanting and wishing pain on the person who mistakenly crafted this.
Oh, just don't worry, Slicks. I'll help you find a new server after this.
Thank you.
No, what this is Slack78 State Champs, aka Slick77. Good guy, Slicks. Slicks, unbeknownst to me, had some issues with region protection and couldn't get in until the last second to build this, and then in a clear move of spite against me and my computer's ability to record, built this monstrosity. This is an affront to Minecraft.
Yeah, Slicks, you disgust me. You know you can do better than this.
I find this... nobody's gonna watch this video.
I'm having such a hard time with the really small builds. I just don't know how to throw blocks and shapes together like a lot of the people on the server do. I'm better at the much bigger scale.
Well, what do you, what's your process like when you sit down and try and think of these things? You kind of sit in there and mush around some blocks, or do you wait for an idea and then try and go off that, or...
Yeah, are you just brainstorming, or are you actually throwing stuff together?
I'll typically have just one big idea, and if I don't like it, I'll keep trying to change it until something better pops in, and I'll stick with that idea. But this was the only one where I didn't have one.
Huh.
Yeah, that coal block is a curveball, though.
Coal block's tough. Coal block's tough. It's so dark. It just kind of like...
Though.
Yeah, but it's hard because it kind of like eats. It just draws attention, you know, because it's so dark and it stands out so much. Especially in like the clear or light backdrop.
Is this the light setup you wanted, Slicks?
At night. But yeah, this is what I wanted. Honestly, I think I like these little pedestals better than the giant egg.
I like the pedestals. They kind of remind me of mushrooms.
I wanted to fill up more space.
Mushrooms, but you ran out of time, or did you get frustrated a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, I was frustrated about it.
Oh, panic kind of set in too, right?
It was getting down to it.
Time was of the essence.
Yeah, I started, like, that same thing happened to me. Just sort of last minute thing to do. First thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, yours wasn't this good, Epic. Alright. Thanks, Slicks. Appreciate it. Appreciate the insight. And now we're moving on to the last build.
Dude, come here. Just stop. Just stop for a moment. Just stop.
Okay.
Oh, you got bones.
Oh man, you got boned a lot of times.
Pain and disapproval.
Where's this happening? Alright, so here we are on spot 15, the last one. Into Darkness. Mickey Ed and Chrissy Ed. Now, working in teams is not expressly prohibited in the rules. What do you guys think?
Okay, who played Super Mario 64 on Nintendo?
Yes, the never-ending staircase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that staircase. Did you know that you could actually cheat up the staircase by doing constant backflips and it couldn't keep up?
Really?
Cheater.
What a
Can we throw stuff down the stairs?
Cheating stuff. Some cool
There's
effects
also
happening.
a door glitch with the rabbit you caught, so you could beat the game with just 15 stars.
Why must you cheat, Slicks?
Seriously.
I was watching some videos on YouTube and I was bored and I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Alright, so we have essentially a big black cube.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Mickey and Chrissy get their own plots next time and just ruin their marriage with competitiveness.
Agree. Hello, Chrissy and Mickey.
I meant that in the nicest way possible, guys.
Yeah. All due respect, I want to see your marriage crumble based upon a build competition on this Minecraft server. Agreed. Got some
kid,
bouncing fork here, which is kind of cool. Glitching out. Bone. What's up?
Trying to backflip up the stairs.
I do like this though. Very cool idea.
Yeah, you know, this is, I think this is the best use of playing off of the lighting and dark color of the coal in any of the builds. Yep. I just don't know how to weigh in the technicality of it being a two-person team working on the build versus solo builds like the rest.
Well,
Yeah.
Did they try to sign in to you as a two-person build?
No, Mickey said he wanted a spot, and then I gave him a spot, and then on this I see and Chrissy, Ed.
Okay.
Are they there? Are they like? Oh yeah.
Oh, Chris. Oh, Mickey's here.
Let me ask him.
With his enchanted shears, what do you enchant shears for? Mark of approval.
Come on, Mickey. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me, Goose. I think he's dead. Okay. I'm gonna do F1.
Oh,
Somebody please let me know if he responds. So let's put what we think about this one aside.
Oh, so he actually cheated by doing nothing.
Mostly
Chrissy, actually. Okay, so then all credit, we are going to... But yes, totally a joint effort. Okay.
Oh, is that why Chrissy's cheeks are flushed? She's tired from doing all the work?
Well, I mean, she did just have a baby, so... I think she's also
okay.
just wearing a lot of makeup.
Look at
alright, so... Let's reserve judgment on this one till the end. Let's go back over the ones that we saw before.
Sounds good.
What do you guys think? How do you guys have this placed out?
Okay, why is there grass everywhere now? Oh, two places. Oh, if I were to
Man, it's
vote,
another tough one to judge.
Yeah.
if I were to vote, I'd do first place Excalibur and second place for the dungeon.
First place Excalibur, second place Dungeon.
AyDrin's dungeon?
Yeah.
You see, this is why we don't want to invite you to the judging sessions.
Well, I'm playing that horror game, and I just passed the
Because your
dungeon
taste
part,
obviously
and
sucks.
The dungeon, that game really creeped me out, and I just instantly think of that when I see this.
I'm just breaking holes in the landscape now, because I don't have crosshairs visible.
Why can't I break it?
I just wonder. AyDrin second, you know, I can't do second on AyDrin for this one. I know that when he puts more time into builds, he does some good stuff, and I know that he rushed this one. I know there could be a better build out of this kid.
Come on, AyDrin, you know you could do better than
Not
this.
this time, bro. Epic, what do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, her opinion is
Yeah.
biased.
I mean, we know it's your
I don't know,
husband.
I agree with Duke about this. I think it was rushed.
Inner
Right.
cut out on me.
I do like Excalibur, but I don't like Ninja, so
Kicked out
It
again.
was Excalibur.
I kind of want to stick it to him and his dumb face, but this build is good. Oh, can one man's build transcend my petty and vengeful hatred? I don't know.
That's a no.
No.
Maybe
I feel
mine,
like
but not my beard's. CiWify, another solid build. Slicks, hurts my soul.
I find Slicks offensive.
Well, I don't know,
Specifically-
considering it was rushed, I think it was pretty okay and maybe deserves honorable mention.
I specifically came to
At
judging
best.
because I knew I wasn't going to win this.
Hey, I'm just gonna put down. I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, that's why I just sort of wanted to, you know. I knew I wasn't gonna win.
I'm just gonna put down a light sketch about how I feel about the places here, and then we can talk about.
Red stands for
first, second, third, red, orange, yellow, like that.
Rainbow.
And you know, and I like drunkslug's a lot, but his build a lot. As a person, I find him reprehensible. I like his build a lot. You wouldn't take a place in the contest, would you?
No, I'm a judge. I wouldn't be right.
That's what I figured.
Appreciate your words, though.
Yeah, shut up. And then, you know, I'm gonna do this, and then you guys can fight me about it. That's what I think for third place. And we get 2 honorable mentions because there are 15 entrants.
Ooh, bonus.
Boom.
You know what? I can agree with this.
I'm not so sure about the temple. There have been a lot of temple builds.
You're talking about CiWify's temple build?
There have been, but hers is so intricate.
I do think the intricacy in hers and the detail in hers takes it to a different level than some of the other temple builds. And I'm going back over here to.
I just think the temple idea is sort of a bit overused. But it's really cool in the build itself. So I'm sort of on the rocks. I don't know what to choose.
Yeah, I mean,
I totally agree with that.
The only reason I like CiWify better than 49ers, I think 49ers is a little bit heavy on the cobble. 49ers is down here in slot 3. I think it's just a little bit, we're talking about balance and proportion, and the proportion of cobble to the other blocks at our disposal.
It's a bit strong.
Is a little off balance, yeah.
It's good though, I like it.
It is really good, It is a really good build. If some of these cobble blocks were subbed out for different blocks, I think I might have done second place with this. I think CiWify.
Possible honorable mention?
Yeah, I definitely going to do an honorable mention here. Blip.
Dude, I'm excited for the next BBC.
Last honorable mention.
Well, what do you look for when you give out honorable mention?
Honorable mentions are the people that have, in my opinion, this is how I think about it, people that have all the parts there, right? But it's just missing one or two small things that
yeah,
keep
the execution just fell a bit short.
Yep, just keep it out of the.
It was right there, but.
How about cguiop's neighbor killing robot?
CiWify. CiWify. I have no idea how to say that. CG.
We gotta get Wee to say his name.
OP. Yeah. I like cguiop. I like this build. It's a very creative idea, right? He's built a terrorizing robot, and I like that a lot.
If we knew how it destroyed your neighbor, then it would be cool.
Yeah, if we could confirm how it worked, it would be cool. This is hard. I kind of like Killer's idea. You know, I think that's kind of out there.
He could have done more with this, though.
Yeah, it's just a little sparse. And if I look at cguiop's, I'm just like, you know, this is a bit bigger, right? It takes up more space. Not that this is a contest, so you can take up the most space, but you know, he's fleshed it out a little bit more.
Is Nikki Edge still running, or?
I don't know. Do you think you guys?
Mention, I think that's pretty cool.
Is there gonna? So this is hard. So I would take points away because it's a big black cube, but then I would give it so many points for the concept. Right? It's a very conceptual piece. This piece is just an exercise in screwing around with the way the lighting works.
Yeah.
And that is awesome. And, you know, these are blocks that are meant to do that, right? This coal block is something that you can use, and I think they picked that out, and they did that. It gets a second dancing fork of approval, and a third, oh, jeez. I would place it higher, but I don't know. I don't know. It looks like Stephanie getting a picture taken in front of it, like it's a monument. It appears.
See, it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them honorable mention with this caveat and say you guys should each build your own plot next time, and then you don't have to make us agonize like this over whether it's fair or not.
Yeah,
Please.
how dare you guys?
Please. Alright, so
Mythic's on.
in first place for this competition, let me know how you guys feel about this. NinjaNachos, begrudgingly. In second place, CiWify. In third place, the ballistic HawkeyeGuardian armored battle squid, potentially Arabian armored battle squid, very cool. And then honorable mention number 1, the honorable mentions are in no particular order, but honorable mention number 1, 49ers build, the Temple. And then Mickey Ed and Chrissy Ed. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Sounds good, right? Oh, it's taking me so long flying max speed to get down here. Weapony still taking her picture in front of it. Awesome. Fork of approval still floating there. Any last thoughts?
Get the pork of approval.
It's a pork storm now. Any last thoughts, judges?
Keep up the good work, guys.
Very amusing. If there's just a fisherman chilling out fishing, and then a big old squid comes out and just starts beating him
with 4 maces, with a mace in every other arm.
Come at me, bro.
I'd eat some popcorn watching that.
Any thoughts from the guest judges related to the contest? Other than just listing stuff that would be cool to watch?
Sexy weirdo.
No, I like the way you have this voted.
Cool.
Just keep up the good work.
The
Everybody's becoming better and better at building.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cold block was sort of hard to use, and it was interesting to see how people tried to use it.
Yeah, agree, definitely.
Reverend just standing in his house.
Yeah, he's in there alone and cold, probably dejected. Drunk, if you weren't a judge, would you allow one of your pieces to be judged?
As in 24 coming over.
Huh?
I want to say no just so I can still judge and you don't kick me out.
I might kick you out anyway, and then torch one of your builds. All right.
Who's at 27?
So I would like to say that is it for us for 3 block challenge number 5. The next 3 block challenge will be up at the beginning of this week, or where we'll reveal the new blocks. Stephanie is apparently
No, this one's number 6.
and dead.
No, the head-to-head doesn't count.
Yeah, head-to-head's not 3 block
okay.
challenge. So 3 block challenge 6 coming at you soon. I'd like to say again thanks to my special guest judges, drunkslug. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Slack78 state champs, JJ. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And Epic 101. Hey, girl. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Have a good time. Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess.
I guess. She's going to hold this against me for the rest of her young life. Alright, that is it for me, TheeRealDuke, on the Infinite Heights server, 3 block challenge world. Thanks for watching, dudes. I'm out.
I'm in the state of mind.
Getting in the
It's
zone.
all sweaty. Can't open my own wine container.
You got a box of wine, dude?
No, I got a...
You got some friends,
It's
yeah?
Lambrusco. It's a big bottle.
Lambrusco?